Hi, this is my 22nd video, and in this video, I just want to talk about once again focusing on one specific aspect of the V2K. Um, in this video, I really want to talk about how they play with memories and manipulate memories in my experience. First, I want to thank anybody who's been watching my videos. I hope they've been insightful and some of you can relate to it. Um, so I know I've been really focusing on my V2K targeting. I would say that's because that's the most impactful in regard of my um, psychological torture. When it comes to the external harassment, such as the perps and gang stalking and noise campaign, I'm able to manage to a certain extent. Easy to ignore. I just view them as clowns and view them as just characters they play. But V2K is definitely doing the heavy lifting in my targeting. And I want to talk about memories and how they manipulate memories. In one of the testimonies from target individual, I heard him say that in his experiences, what's happening to him is the V2K is playing with his memories, and for me, I would say the same thing. I would say that this technology is not only capable of getting your actual memories, but also able to edit, create, and manipulate it in every ways. For me, on top of just being able to pull and make you visualize memories, for example, you might look at something and it just brings a memory to you that's just out of nowhere. Besides being able to do that, they're also able to create a whole non-existent memory, and it feels like it's a memory. It does. You feel like it's something you know it feels real. It feels like it's an actual memory, but in matter of fact, it's completely like falsified, non-existent, completely. And I like to I make these videos every time I actually experience something not too long ago. But in my case, like I said, in my targeting, it's all about vilification, meaning trying to vilify me in every ways. So when it comes to memories, especially a few hours ago, I experienced a memory that's this it's somewhat disturbing, and like the intrusive thoughts where they come from nowhere and they just like it's just intrusive, it's just random. Um, this is just a completely falsified memory, and what I mean is you feel like it's a memory of something that you actually experienced, but it's completely created, manufactured from nothing, from scratch. And those exist. I mean, those have been you know occurring a few times, and it's really it's just meant to kind of vilify you. I don't know if at some point I'll be like, okay, yes, this is a memory, but it just at that point you feel like, okay, wow, this is amazing. Like, it's not amazing, but it's just it's almost, I don't know, it's just it's disgusting, but you're also amazed by the fact that this is a memory that never happened, but it feels like it did. And that's one of those completely created from scratch memories. Just I mean, you never experienced that, but it feels like it's your um, it's like your memory. You personally never experienced whatever you thought it was your memory, but it feels like it did. Like it feel like it was a memory. Um, but there's also the exaggerated, edited memories. So picking up on something some kind of memory you had, something you've experienced, some like a little bit of it, and then completely exaggerate, embellish it, or create it in a different narrative for the purpose of vilifying you. um and this is really just to, for me, it's been mostly about criminalize me, or vilifying me, and trying to make me believe that I'm a certain person. It's just creating a false persona, and creating this villain of some kind. So, you know I'm not perfect by no means, but those memories they try to kind of play around with are exaggerating most of the time, and if not, they have something added to it. So there's also this exaggerated memories where they might have some base that's coming from somewhere real, like a true memory, but it can also be added to it to kind of create and be manipulated. And lastly is it's almost so it's not the memory where you actually had that memory, but the perception changes in that memory, and sensations are added to it. Not It's just so weird to even try to explain something like that, because it does feel so you know so abnormal. But adding sensations, feelings, perceptions of things you weren't feeling, just to also create this narrative in this persona. And this really, is just is to the point where you don't even want to fall for any of your memories. It, it, it's all about deception in some way. Nothing is what it is. There could be a bit of reality of true memories, then kind of changed in a way to vilify you. I know it's kind of hard to understand. I'm trying to explain as good as I can, knowing that if you don't if you haven't experienced it, it's confusing. But you know basically, just to summarize what I said, so on top of the V2K being able to actually bring memories, and within the real memories, within those memories, it also brings sensations that you might have felt, some even some the smell, that can be done, and be you know on top of that, they can bring edited version of those memories. What I mean is, they can, based on some of the memories, create an alternate memory, just an exaggerated memory with different sensation, with and kind of recreate in a different. It's just basic an edited memory. I know it's complicated for me to even explain it. It's just, imagine you have a video that was sent to you, and you are able to kind of play around with it and add things to it, adjust it. I know this is a very simplistic way to explain it, but that's how I'm just trying to explain that. You might have started with the original video, but things are added to it, and you having those memories going through your head, but something is off. It's not the same way. It's edited, and there's also memories that never actually happen, but they feel like it's something you've actually experienced, but it never did in the past. But it feels like a memory, but it's not. It's obvious it's not. But you're just like, in your mind, it just feels like a memory. That happened a few times, and it's just like, and it's almost shocking. And they always like to play with memories in that way. For me, rarely they use just regular memory, or a memory that's just non-edited or not exaggerated or completely created, but it's just a lot of play of memories and falsified memories where there's this memory with added things to it. There's completely created memories, and there's a lot of it with me. It's just whatever that will um, make me feel bad in a way, or make my self-esteem go down. It's how they play with memories. Some of a lot of the obviously is grotesque, or it's something that they want to exaggerate to make it worse, or it's just always mostly added. And if it's it could also be just almost the same memories but with extra sensations. It's hard to explain. It's extra perceptions with narrative that completely are different, and that's part of, like I said in my previous video, is just the deceptions from the V2K are, I mean, it's just a technology that can make you feel confused and doubtful of everything, even something so obvious. So with memories, it's just constant manipulation, editing, creation, manufacturing of memories. And a few hours ago I had like a completely manufactured memory. I mean, it was just so crazy. And on top of that, the perps started the noise campaign, just like like the typical thing. You might even probably heard some sirens coming from outside, but when those happen, there's some type of noise campaign. It's basically the perps do work hands in hand with the V2K, as they play like they are just witnessing what's happening. And I don't know if they're the ones really pushing the buttons or adding this to that. I mean, I don't think so, but I know they're part of the program. I don't know how much of the V2K they're managing. I feel like maybe more of the direct energy weapons than the V2K. Don't know, but they're still part of the same program. So in this video, I just wanted to make sure I take some time and talk about how they can falsify memories and create new memories, and add new perceptions and sensations and emotions, all in the one memory, and create narrative, and it's never for the good. Or it's really just to make you feel bad, or to make you seem like something else, and create a false persona. And I know it's confusing sometimes to hear people talk about it, but it's something I'm experiencing, and I wanted to share. With that being said, thank you for taking the time and watching my videos. And like I always say, stay strong. Know that justice will be done for what they're doing to us, and for the people who are no longer here because of this program. And God bless you, you guys.